Hey guys, happy Monday. I have a rehearsal today for a honky tonk project. A local bar is putting together a band. They want us to play like once a month. And I responded first. I'm like, oh, I'm in. And then another guy that knows hundreds of songs will be singing and doing the chords. One of my friends is on bass. We rounded up a drummer and a guy that plays lap steel, or maybe it's steel guitar. I really don't know. I've never played with any of these people in my life, and I have zero concern about it because, well, I'm going to be able to hear what key it's in as soon as the guy plays a chord or, starts strumming, whatever. So, say he plays a G chord. I can hear that G. It just sort of like bom 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 bom. It's sort of like some sort of a sensation that's hard to describe. It may sound kind of weird, but it's almost like I hear a color. Maybe it's a resonance. I don't know what you call it, but I can just identify that the tonal quality of like a G string kind of going. It's boing. Has kind of a springy sound, and that low G bass note, and the sound of the intervals stacked up in a G are like root, third, fifth, root, third, root. I can kind of hear him like that. He's not going to be playing G sharp or G flat. In country, it's usually G. Unless he uses a capo, then I'm screwed. But no, we'll see how that goes. Let's say like the C chord is a good example of like goodbye Joe, you gotta go. The C chord's just gonna launch something, but to understand where it's going, I guess you have to know where to start. And that C chord, the C note, C bass note, C bass, C. That's like a root third fifth, root third fifth, root third. That third on top. It's kind of like jingle bells, jingle bells. How about this? Oops. Within every chord are tons of songs getting ready to blast off. But which leads me back to, he's going to play, he's going to strum, he's going to sing, I'm going to listen. And when there's a little space, I'll like answer a phrase. Let's say, what's a phrase? Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Something like that. I'll fill in little bits of, when there's space, I'll make a little phrase carefully so I don't step on the slide player, but I'll be really minimal. The coolest thing I'm gonna do is not play anything. I'm just gonna wait. So let's check out like an A chord. A chord has like a resonance, like well, I'm not sure what the term is, but let's just say that the first thing I hear is the root. A, and I'll know what to do, or the bass guy will hit a bass note on A. And the way the A chord stacks up, it's like root, fifth, root, third, fifth. But again, that buzzy A string, especially like an A5, I can hear that. It's just sort of like, it's internal. I can hear it, and just immediately, without hesitating, I'll know it's in the key of A. So let's look at an E chord. That's kind of the big daddy chord. You got your big low E, boom, and your high E, boing. So that's root, fifth, root, third, fifth, root. I'm probably just listening for the open strings. So how about D? D, the thing about D, there's not that much bass in it. It's mostly, the four strings, root fifth, root third. So, just what we used to say in country bands is like, what gear are you in? Meaning what key. And I could usually hear it from the get-go. It's probably just a genetic fluke that I have, but it's very handy. And I think you could develop it if you ponder the basic chords enough. You're going to start to hear those intervals and the open strings resonating. Here's another clue as far as figuring out songs or improvising or jumping in with songs. Remember, most guitar-based music is in the key of E, A, D, or G, which are these four strings. And they're in fourths. E, or the fourth note in an E scale is A. The fourth note in an A scale is D. Fourth note in a D scale is D. So those are called fourths. It would sound like this. And it could keep going. The fourth note in a G scale is C. So in my theory is most songs are E, A, D, G, maybe a C. After that, the fourth note of C is F. So it could be key of F. And then maybe we'll just throw in a B just to kind of skipped a few there. But it could be the sharps and flat, keys. So what else? So all I'm going to do is just listen, let the vocals rule, let the rhythm guitar player give him lots of space. On a verse, you don't play a lot. You just let the verse happen. And if they need a little back up, let's say it's kind of a country rock, back up the rhythm as needed, but try not to step in it, man. Just try to be careful not to screw up the vocalist. Just give him space so he can hear himself, and just that wide open space is just what is so cool. And then when there's the right moment, I'll put something in that will be cool, and then I'll go away. What else? So yeah, I have no fear about this rehearsal. I've not even seen a song list, and there'll be songs I've maybe never heard. I don't care. I'll listen to the melody and I'll form my licks off of that. Hopefully it goes okay. Actually, we were going to do the gig with no rehearsal, but I guess I guess we have to rehearse once. But so by a miracle we were able to get 5 random people together to rehearse, so that's pretty crazy. All right, so I just want to let you know that's some things you can listen for. Just train your ears to hear the E, A, D, G. And by the way, when I'm tuning my guitar, I always start with those chords. If those sound okay, I'm ready to go. But, of course I use a tuner. All right, and for the gig, I'm going to bring my road-worn Telecaster, probably a spare Strat, for in case I break a string or something. Probably bring like a Princeton reverb and a deluxe reverb. In case one fails, I'll have my pedal board. I guess I should bring a mic and a stand in case they want me to sing, but nobody wants that. But who knows? So anyway, I'm pretty excited because I like that kind of unknown, mysterious, kind of risky, spontaneous, a chance to play without, everything being all scripted. I really like to just jam and kind of feel it out live, or, spontaneous is... Everything I do when I play live is highly scripted, highly practiced, choreography, and it's all controlled. But, this is a chance to get wild a little bit, and that's my real nature is pretty all over the map, in case you haven't figured it out. All right, that's a ramble, and I guess I'm going to go get my gear ready to rehearse. Thanks for stopping by.